And hello, Tri-State. We are in the middle of the 94th Oscars, and tonight I'm joined by our film expert and member of the Critics' Choice Association, Jim Hunter. Okay, big difference. We're back with hosts this year. Different Oscar presentation, moving at a much faster pace. And we've got some highlights. Very good night so far for Dune.
Yeah, really good night for Dune. Dune is cleaning up the technical awards. It has already won Best Visual Effects, Best Sound, Best Score, a great award for Hans Zimmer, a longtime composer in the film industry, getting the Oscar Gold for Best Score tonight. Also for Best Production Design, Editing, and Cinematography. It has already amassed 6 awards, only losing one, that to Cruella for costume design. Unfortunately, though, I suspect that Dune's train is about to end here. Even though it's nominated for Best Picture, my suspicion is that it's only going to clean up these technical awards and not be able to take home some of the bigger prizes later on this evening.
And we were talking earlier, it is always tough to remake a classic, and some classics should never be remade, but West Side Story has been very successful this year, but a huge mountain as far as Oscar count. 10 Oscars for the 60-own version. They've got, I believe, 1 so far.
Yes, they've only got 1 so far, but that was a big one. First openly queer person of color winning for Best Supporting Actress. That is Ariana DeBose. She wins for the same role that netted Rita Moreno her Oscar in 1961. Best Supporting Actress for Ariana DeBose in West Side Story. This is one of the great speeches of the evening. My suspicion is that anybody who watches the Oscar highlights will see some of her speech tomorrow morning.
And also some history being made tonight in the Best Supporting Actor category.
Troy Kotsur wins for Coda. He's only the 2nd deaf actor to win an acting Oscar. The other, of course, is his co-star in Coda, Marlee Matlin, for Children of Lesser God in 1986. Coda is exclusively on Apple TV. It tells the story of deaf parents, and their young daughter gets into music. And so this is the story about that family and that family's interpersonal dynamics. Troy Kotsur plays the child of deaf adult, the father of the family, the patriarch of the family, and he delivers a really brilliant performance, rightfully honored here as a Best Supporting Actor.
And considering the platform, millions of people have Apple TV, but we've been talking about the fact that there are so many of these great films that people have not been able to see so far.
Yeah, and that is sort of one of the sad aspects of this year's Academy Awards, especially considering Coda is such a strong, accessible film. This is a great family film. This is something that the entire family can enjoy. There's like one bad word at one point, but aside from that, it's really a heartwarming, crowd-pleasing film. And with its 2 Oscars so far, 1 for Troy Kotsur, 1 for Best Adapted Screenplay, it's entirely possible that Coda is set up to take home Best Picture over Power of the Dog.
That's right, and the big 3 are coming up, of course, Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Actress. And you say the connection between Best Screenplay automatically and Best Director usually automatically meaning Best Picture coming up.
Yeah, I think it's sort of a difficult thing to predict here. Best Director was often paired with Best Picture. In recent years, we've seen differences. Of course, last year it was Chloe Zhao winning for Best Director and Nomadland taking Best Picture. So previous to last year, we've seen a little bit of a separation there. I think that Jane Campion is certainly poised to win Best Director still. Just looking at the screenplay, though, and Coda taking the Best Screenplay award, I think that might mean that we're getting ready for an upset with Coda taking Best Picture in a little while.
And as has been the case for the past several years, especially if you see these winners on Oscar night, that will send people either to the streaming services trying to watch those movies after the fact of the presentations.
In the case of Coda, I certainly hope so. That's a really, as I said, accessible, great movie. Power of the Dog is much less accessible, but that is available on Netflix as well. And it's a good film. It's a film that I ultimately recommend. But in terms of Coda, if this is a crowd pleaser that really gets Oscar gold behind it and really gets eyeballs on that film, then the Oscars have served their purpose this year.
What do you think about the presentations this year? It's a different world we're living in.
It sure is, and I'm sort of two minds. I understand that the Oscars sort of has to change with the times and get more younger viewers involved, and I understand that. But at the same time, not presenting all 23 awards during the broadcast and the way it's been edited into the broadcast so far has not earned any fans, at least on the film community and the film lovers community. We'll see what the reactions are tomorrow, but for me, I am a little bit disappointed in some of the broadcast choices. That said, I think that the hosts are doing a relatively fine job. They're keeping the show moving, which is what their marching orders are, to keep the show moving. And we'll see whether or not the reactions come in tomorrow for that. For me, I love the fact that we've got really good speeches from Troy Kotsur. That was really moving. Ariana DeBose, also a very moving speech. And so when I can love and celebrate film with other people who love and celebrate film, and the Oscars are a nexus for that, that's where I really enjoy the show.
And Kenneth Branagh finally picks up an Oscar for Best Screenplay, I believe, right? And that, after several nominations, he brings home a statue tonight. And we're going to continue our coverage over on the ABC 25 on Eyewitness News at 10 right after tonight's Oscars on ABC. You're watching Eyewitness News at 9.